Hello and welcome to Did You Know Gaming Extra. Today we'll be talking about crude additions to video games. The list of video game secrets and Easter eggs is nearly endless. Whether they are references to other games or love letters from the development team, there is almost always a little something to be found in every game. However, some of these hidden gems aren't so wholesome. The Metal Gear series is arguably one of the most famous game series around, selling a combined 50 million units. However, before this franchise blew up, it featured some pretty unsavory passwords. In the US and Japanese versions of the original Metal Gear, if the player enters the code "F*** me," followed by 14 ones into the game's password screen, Snake is thrown right into the climax of the game with merely a pack of cigarettes and his fists. This, however, makes it impossible to complete the game, as the player is physically incapable of punching Big Boss. Yet another password is "Fuck you, okay, Juan Carlo?" This drops Snake in the same place as before, although this time he is equipped with a grenade launcher, a rocket launcher, and plenty of missiles, as well as all the rations and equipment he could need for the final showdown. If you're asking yourself, who is Juan Carlo? The answer is probably no one in particular. These passwords are a byproduct of how the password system worked for Metal Gear. According to Doug Babcock, retro gaming aficionado and self-avowed math nerd, there is a logical system to how the game's passwords work. Each letter or number in the password encodes certain information about the game state in an organized way. For example, the 14th symbol in the password encodes the number of mines the player had. Two players who have the same number of mines will receive passwords with the same 14th digit when they die. The game decides whether to accept a password based on two factors. First, it rejects most passwords which describe an illegal game state. As an example, the player can only hold from 0 to 20 mines, but there are 32 different symbols available. So any of the symbols that signify an amount higher than 20 in the 14th position cause the password to be rejected. Secondly, the game rejects all passwords where the last symbol isn't valid. The last digit is completely determined by the other 24 symbols, and must match the generated value. Doug likens this to credit card numbers, where the last digit of a card number is required to have a specific value based on what the first 15 digits are. The idea is that this makes it easy for a computer to tell most of the time if the password, or a credit card number, isn't valid. But that doesn't amount to very many rejected passwords. In fact, 18 of the 25 positions allow any symbol in the password. So if you just enter a sequence of symbols and then try all 32 possibilities for the last digit, there's a pretty good chance you can find a password that will work. Demonstrating this, Doug created his own password generator, and even a custom password just for us. For more information, check out more of Doug's write-up in the description below. However, in the European version of the game, the password screen has been completely altered, seemingly for the sole intention of stopping players from entering rude words. Some developers have also taken measures to punish players who enter swear words into their games. One example can be seen in Squaresoft's Secret of Evermore for the Super Nintendo. When starting the game, if the player enters their name as "f***," they won't see any repercussions until surprisingly far into the game. In the world of Antiqua, the player must cross the Desert of Doom. Since crossing the desert on foot takes a long time, the player can enlist the help of skeleton pirates for quick and safe passage for the price of 1 Amulet of Annihilation. However, if the player chose to enter the profanity as their name, alternate dialogue is triggered in which the skeleton expresses their distaste for foul language, calling the player a potty mouth and requesting 3 of the amulets instead. Swear words aren't the only rude thing a game could include, of course. Even nudity can sneak its way into games. Rings of Power was released in 1991, published by EA, and developed by Naughty Dog, making it their first home console release. When turning the game on, the typical company's splash screens will appear, with Naughty Dogs featuring a blonde woman wearing a white t-shirt. Back in the day, rumors circulated that there was a way of seeing this lady without her shirt on. The magazine, Game Players, even published an issue which included screenshots of the alleged opening sequence, though these images are hard to find as the issue was removed from Toys R Us store shelves shortly after being published. Naughty Dog even acknowledged the rumors on their old website. The title sequence of Rings of Power includes a sexy t-shirted girl on a beach who zips off screen and is replaced by the eponymous Naughty Dog. Rumors mention a code that starts the game with Naughty Dog zipping off screen, only to be replaced by the same lass, sans t-shirt. Naughty Dog neither confirms nor denies these rumors. However, it has since been discovered that this is not just a rumor, and is in fact entirely true. In order to confirm this, the player must simply press A, B, C, down, right, and start on controller 2 as the game boots. While by today's standards this innocent nudity isn't anything too graphic or extreme, this was one of the earliest forms of nudity to appear in a Western-published console release. And now for today's random piece of trivia, we're talking about the Animal Crossing series. Apollo, a bald eagle, has his birthday on July the 4th, the same day as the United States Independence Day. This is likely in reference to his species being the national bird of the United States of America. Thanks for watching. Did you also know that DYKG Extra is supported by Patreon? If you'd like to help support the show like these fine dudes and dudettes on screen, check out the link in the description below. You're all magical and special people, but the warmest of hugs go out to our top patrons. Kyle Brackman, Hector I. Murillo, ya boy Beowulf, Uriel Franchia, Chad Bonin, The Natch, The Three Master Gamers, Max of Few Trades, Robert Cox, Petite Mew, Paul White II, 322-32232, Nestor Delion III, Jordan Ferrari, Vitas Varnus, Boreas, Maximilian Summers, and Matthews. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all of that good stuff, and if you enjoyed the video, be sure to share it with your buddies. I'm outie.